CR7 saved Ollie for the fifth time. Last minute goal gave Ollie Gunnar more time and another lifeline, cause his luck kicked in at the right time. Played most of the game on a back foot with no midfield and a back line. That needs to stop like gun crime. What? CR7 saved Ollie for the fifth time. Last minute goal gave Ollie Gunnar more time and another lifeline, cause his luck kicked in at the right time. Played most of the game on a back foot with no midfield and a back line. That needs to stop like gun crime. What? Yo, this is the OT99 Banter room where opinions are shared and what smoke gets served. Look, we're back again with another show. I'm joined today with your usual suspects, NK, Edwin. Look, today we are going to talk about Manchester United group stage game at home against Villarreal. Some would say it's payback. Some would say, winning against Villarreal, was much needed. It was a long time coming because, Manchester United has played Villarreal many a time and it's just been bore draws. Yeah, you've been 1-1 here and there in the Europa League final, lost in pens, but obviously this was a long time coming. Finally, we get the victory, but obviously it was a long, painful way of doing it. So look, we're going to get into it. Look, first of all, let me say this. I'm happy, guys, that we obviously got the win. I ain't going to lie. It's one of those things where, like, when Man United picks up 3 points or picks up, I'm happy, I'm dressed, whatever the occasion. But I looked at that game, and I was thinking, like, stress. Nothing but stress. I saw a game, where, like, if they had a decent person up top, it could be a different story today. Do you know what I mean? It could be a different story today. But you know what, guys? Let me start right from the top. Let me start right from the beginning. Look, I spoke to you, Edwin, when the lineup came out. And I was just like, you know what, snap. This team, it looks decent, but you know what? The fullbacks was my biggest concern. And it played into fruition that you saw that fullbacks, mainly Dalot, to be fair, was our biggest issue. Look, what was your thoughts on the lineup, Edwin? What was your thoughts on it? Did you think, just give me your thoughts.
I think, like I said to you, I feel like we had conversations about the lineups and I thought, okay, he's changed it up a bit. Now we're going to actually see if Pogba and McTominay can work together first. We actually got Sancho, Greenwood, and we've taken Pogba off the left. The fullbacks, you know what? It's just because of what's happening they played. You know what I mean? Wan-Bissaka would have played. I thought it was a good formation, a good starting lineup. But yeah, I thought it was okay. It was just interesting to see because at the end of the day, it's Ollie, isn't it? No matter who he puts out, is what tactics he plays. And we saw that, it wasn't that. Like, I feel like everyone was just attacking. Like, Pogba was just up there playing with Bruno, and he just left McTominay there by himself.
Bro, it was the formation that Manchester City play kind of when they have one BM and two MCs and they do their thing. But like NK must have said, he messaged the group, he was just like, fam, he even thought it was a 4-3-3 at one point. No, what did he say? You thought it was like Pogba was playing, you thought he was playing like supporting striker, so it was so high up the pitch, and I was thinking,
4-3-3. I said he's just so up.
So go on, Edwin. Sorry, go on.
So do you know what? I thought the formation was okay for what we had. I just find it a bit weird. I really do feel like, I don't know what all these, like, I feel like this little thing, like, when I saw Varane playing on the left-hand side, I'm like, when does he ever play on the left-hand side of the defense? Like, play, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
Like, he should have played on the right. Lindelof, before Maguire played on the left-hand side. So, just little things like that, And I think it would be better to play Varane on the right beside Dalot. You know what I mean? Because that guy was moving mad, or he's just like, he doesn't play that much. You should have put someone that was a bit more mature and talks a bit, because then he would have been telling them, like, do this, do that, do this. You know what I mean? Just tell him to calm down. So I think little things like that would have helped. But right back wise, I don't know what he was like. The lot had a poor first half, but formation wise, just stick on the formation. I feel like the starting lineup for what we had was okay. We tried a lot of different things. And it was nice to see Pogba off the left. You know what I mean? He was playing too high up.
What was your thoughts, NK? I mean, because Edwin touched on some points about what I thought as well with Pogba playing high up, like I mentioned earlier. Obviously, he touched on a point with Varane playing to the left. And to be fair, I thought that, Delors was so high up anyway, like Varane couldn't even communicate with him if he wanted to, boy. But what's your thoughts on it, NK? What was your thoughts on the lineup? What was your initial standout thing about the team, or was you comfortable?
Well, the lineup, first of all, the lineup, one thing that I did not want to see was McFred. I just did not want to see that at all. And it was very interesting for me when I saw McTominay and Pogba, because when we played them in a Europa League, it was the same midfield, and we literally had a poor game in that game. So, today it was more about, I was more interested to see what Ole was going to do different than he did in the finals, because as a manager you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
And I saw Pogba and McTominay. I'm thinking in the finals when we played this today, it just did not work. We were not creating chances. We could have played that game for like 2 days, and it would have been the same. And today too he played McTominay and Pogba there, and I'm sorry, it just did not work. It did not work. And I always say, I feel like if Ole don't do well this season, if he gets sacked this season, it's going to be because of the midfield, because he accommodates people when he should not accommodate them. He played McFred when he shouldn't play them. He played Pogba in the middle when he shouldn't play Pogba. Like, he does so much so that he can accommodate certain people in the team. And I feel like he just needs to just realize that it's his ass on the line if things go wrong, So pick the guys that you feel like is going to get you the result. If you don't trust Pogba in the middle, and you don't want to play him there, you don't play there, because let me tell you, the only person Pogba can play in the middle with is Matic. Apart from that, he cannot play in the middle with no one else.
Bro, and you know what? Yeah, and that's a fair point, because I don't really. To be fair, McTominay done a good job today. I felt like he played really well, but I did say in my group, I feel like Pogba's the world-class player in my eyes when he's on it. But for Man United, we may have to call under Ole a spade and think we're trying too hard to make it work. And we've been trying too hard to make it work under Mourinho and LVD, because they ain't built the right team or midfield for him to flourish. He needs a specific type of setup, and we just ain't done it. But do you know what, right? I looked at obviously, like I said, I looked at the team, I thought, wow. And when we kicked off, I thought, do you know what, obviously we're playing with one DM, two AMCs. We looked really good for the first 10 minutes. Manchester United were pressing, high tempo, high intensity. When Man United play like that, I'm like, we look good. We look like any other top team. I feel like we can take on anyone when we play like that. But then after the first 10 minutes, it was just like, we let Villarreal get back into the game. In fact, they had chance upon chance upon chance, where if they had a certified finisher, is it Moreno or whatever, up top, it could be a different story right now. It's just like Man United. We don't play, I see City play one DM. Fernandinho or what's the other guy's name? What's the other DM's name for City? Rodri. They play either him or Rodri, right? And then they'll play like their Gundogan, De Bruyne or whatever like that in front of them. The difference with Man City, right, and how they're able to make that work is because their team press as a unit. They press, like you have two man on one, they'll be pressing you like high intensity throughout the game. I watched Man United, yeah, bro. Man United ain't pressing. We're backing off guys. Teams can, did you see when what's his name, Pau Torres, dribble past our team? What big team would allow a centre-back like that, Mr. Mickey Mouse quiet guy, run through like three players and set up a goal, almost set up a goal? Manchester United is the only team that back off, no intensity, and then we're worried about, I don't even think it's necessarily that we've got one DM and that we're exposed. Yeah, in certain big matches, it could be peak. I just think it's the fact that Ole doesn't tell these guys, press as a unit, close guys down. Like, when you lose the ball, when you lose the ball, what information are the players being told when they haven't got the ball? As well as what information are they being told when they've got the ball? That's what I want to say in regards to that. But what's your thoughts on it though? Why do you think that we can work with one DM and two AMCs? Or do you feel like, no, that won't work. And if that doesn't work, then what do you see changing in our midfield then for it to have a better balance? NK, that's you. Or anyone could take that.
You know what? Yeah, we can play with one DM, but as I said to you, we play today, for example, McTominay. I don't know whether McTominay was a DM or he was a box-to-box player. I did not know what his role was in the team. And that's the biggest problem. You talk about City, Rodri, and Fernandinho, bro. When they're in their team, they know that they got one job only, is to protect the back four. You don't see this man pressing no one high up the pitch bro, they are just there. When them mans are coming there, they're like, look, my job is one thing, just there. Climb these guys, get a ball, and spray past the good guy. That's all they just do. Yeah. Now, you watch United, for example, like today, even if McTominay was a guy playing DM, I saw him near the opposition box more than I saw him trying to protect the centre back.
Yeah.
You know, same with Pogba too. Our pressing, and today was a game that, you are happy to win. But then you just look at the performance and then you start to worry. And, people always talk about, hey, when you win, you are happy. But then people always question the performance. I said that about Chelsea, for example. I've been talking about, I said, look, Chelsea, I don't. There's something off about them, bro. Now they lost 2 games in a row. They were winning, but the performance wasn't up to it. United too, it's just the same thing too. But the thing about United is, this is what we've become under Ole. You just don't know what to expect.
Happen. Yeah,
you just don't know what to expect. And today too, one of the biggest worry for me today, too, actually, how teams find it so easy to get into our box. We talk about how we don't know how to play attacking wise. We don't know how to work the ball into the box because we don't know what. But defensive wise too, it is the same thing too. Like, first of all, the right winger and the left winger, they don't track back. They literally don't track back. So we are exposed on the wings. The midfield too. The whole pressing thing today, like getting to the end when it was 1-1 here, I saw something, and then when I saw it, that's when I just knew that as a team, we don't work on press. Villarreal had a ball in their defense, and I see Ronaldo telling everybody like, look, hold on. He was just telling them he was just telling them not to press. And then he made one run forward, and then everybody followed him. As a team, you're supposed to know what to do when the opposition have the ball already, because it's something that you've worked on already. Like, hey, when they have the ball, we are pressing, and this is how we press. It looked like we don't know that, and we just do things on the pitch based on instinct. Hey, he got a ball. And then anytime you see when Bruno is going to press here, he's always pointing like, look, go there. He's always pointing for the next man to just go there. But it shouldn't be like that. It should be instinctive. Like, if you work on a team, you know how to press as a team, If he's going, I'm going there. And then this guy is going there. And then everybody's going there. But because we press individually, it's just so one ball and then boom. It is just there too. But today it was just, thank God for De Gea. If it wasn't for De Gea, it would have been a whole different story today.
He made some killer saves. And do you know what, Rat? What else I noticed is that we're playing in such a high line. And I feel like obviously we put so much faith in Varane. We're really trying to pin Villarreal into their own half. But what that done is, because I feel like we're playing a high line, but also I felt like the centre-backs is trying to compensate Scott McTominay for being the only DM, the only defensive outlet. So we're playing so high up. But what that was doing was allowing Villarreal to sort of sneak that counter-attack, and there's loads of times where they're running like 1-on-1 versus a defender, or even 2-on-1 versus a defender, or even 1-on-1 at times like that, but then fluking their shots. So really and truly, like I said, it's a risky formation to play. We got a taste of what it could look like with Scott McTominay, and I don't see that how we'll be. But see, the thing is,
at that point in the game, when it was at that point in the game, and this is my worry about United, for example. Like, in the Premiership games where we're supposed to go for today's game. And, one thing about today's game too that made it a whole more pressure game, it was because we lost our first game. If we won against Young Boys, today's game would have been played with a much more relaxed kind of like feeling. I feel like maybe it would have helped us maybe get the results much easier too, because we feel like we had to win. So we were more kind of like eager. The 0-0 didn't suit us. If we won our first game, and 0-0, we would not be throwing so many people up the pitch like that. Because a 0-0, this is a group competition. That's what I say. You need to know how to play certain games. this is a group competition. These are the kind of games where you go in and you take something out of the game. Minimum, you take something out of the game. In a league where you are trying to win it, your priority is always to win the game. Always win a game. Unless you are losing, then you settle for a draw. But today, I mean, we were going for the win too quick, and by trying to go for the win, it exposes us, and then they got to go, and then we had a mountain to climb. We should have probably kept it tight, literally go there, kept it tight, and around the 75th minute, how we were going for it, then we could have gone for it. But by going to go behind, that was the wrong move. We were too open for them. They enjoyed us being open because they knew we were going to come to them, because they knew that we are more desperate for the win than they are.
So, fam, that was a lot of facts. I mean, it was a mad game. It was a mad stressful game. It was just stress. It's a typical day in the life of a Man United fan. Look, let's talk about the set pieces, Edwin. So I noticed certain things about the set pieces today that was kind of different, and one of them obviously led to Tellez's goal. Look, I looked at what do you call it? A negative in a sense where we was caught napping on one of the set pieces from Villarreal. They caught us napping. I don't know if he was not really paying attention, whether it was Dalot or Sancho or someone like that, weren't paying attention. You got caught napping, and then Villarreal had a clean shot at goal. So obviously that weren't a good thing to see. That was bringing back, flashbacks. But what I did see as a positive with regards to set pieces was, Bruno. Bruno was trying a number of things. That was different, you float in a near post sort of cross, where what he did to Martial when Martial took it first time and scored, but it was obviously a bit further out. And then also he done that beautiful one where he floated that ball directly to Tellez watched it all the way, hit that volley sweetly, and it went in. Rob, what was your thoughts on our set piece taking, man? Did you think obviously they look like something from the training ground, but what are your thoughts of how we are? What are your thoughts on Ramsdale, man? Because obviously he's having a huge influence on that side of things. What was your thoughts on, what you saw today with regards to the set pieces, both attack and defense?
I think attack-wise, it's something we've been working on. Because if you saw before, Bruno had a word with Tellez. He had a little whisper with him, and even when he said he was you could see him directing him.
Yeah,
so I think they've been working on it. They even tried another one where it nearly went through to Sancho.
Yeah.
So I think they've been working on disguising it, because I think they've realised that direct, they're not getting as much goals. And even our last game, look how much corners or chances we had that, didn't come of anything. So I think they've definitely been working on it. But defensively, we get caught lacking. And the problem is we've got tall players. So I don't know why we struggle with set pieces that come against us. But I think, the set piece that led to the first goal was good. I see that they're trying to be more creative with it. I think they're improving in that area.
Nah, I think so too, man. I mean, it was frustrating. It was a frustrating game because I know that we got our game. I mean, our goal from a set piece, and it was a brilliant strike and a goal attempt and on target, and it led to a goal, whatever. But what I realized is that Manchester United again, we have attacking prowess and attacking threat. I'm going to get onto an argument, by the way, which I think would be good to get your views on. I got into the thing about why is it that in the first half we went into 37 minutes before we were getting a goal attempt? Why is it taking so long with all of this play, all of this attacking threat? Why is it that our first goal attempt is 37 minutes? And it's a thing where we've got attacking players. What it shows me is that we've got attacking players, but we don't have that progressive type of play. We don't have enough guys that are bringing it from the midfield to the attackers, creating chances where strikers have got good abilities to get a shot on goal. The amount of chances that Villarreal had, where it's not really half chances, it felt like. I felt like if we had as many of those chances falling for us, we would have been knocking them in. And I just feel like Manchester United, right? We just find it hard to create a chance like that. And I'm just like, why is it that, there'll be so many goal attempts. And today we've had about, double-figure goal attempts. But the goals it's not reflecting in the goals, but we've got some of the best attackers out there, young and sort of in their prime in the world. And I'm just like, what is it that's going on? We still got individuals here. We're not playing as as a well-oiled unit where we're just consistently churning out like saves from goalkeepers. Or like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I feel like it's a bunch of individuals, man.
Yeah, it's look, before I even get on that today they go the set piece, bro. I would not give credit to the set piece manager. I would not, because it is all to do with Bruno. Trust me on that, because if you look at the corners here, Telles was the one taking the corners, but I think the corner when he went there, Bruno went to go take it. It's the same thing too. You know, Bruno is one of the guys here where he talk about he stay behind a lot, and then he normally practice like free kick and stuff like that with Mata and Tele. So you can tell like it's that kind of a relationship that them two have. And if you have seen Bruno have a lot of that relationship with a lot of the players on and off the pitch too. With Pogba too, for example, they go understanding. The one that he done with Martial too, it's an understanding. It was nothing that was worked in the training. They talked about like, hey, we can do that, but they didn't work on it as a group. They did not. I am not giving it to their thing. But instead of like defending corners today, we were good compared to like the Europa League where we conceded from the set pieces too. I felt like today, I mean, when we get set piece, we were panicking, but I felt like we dealt with it so good. And that's good too, because Maguire was in there too. But with our attacking play, it's very hard to get a glimpse on what is going on, because we don't have anybody. The only person on that pitch that actually want to command play is Bruno. That actually won the ball and actually want to take the tempo is Bruno.
Ronaldo.
But sadly for us, he played as a number 10, not as a 6 or 8. So when you have to constantly find him for him to kind of like detect the play, it's very hard for him to do that, because it's also one of our goal threat guys too. So when he dropped deep to kind of like collect the ball, Ronaldo is always isolated too. And our wingers too, most of the time too, they don't do those like dummy runs to stretch the teams. Everybody want the ball to the feet. Greenwood want the ball to the feet. Sancho want the ball to the feet. Ronaldo is the only guy that make movement, but anytime Ronaldo make the movement, they always force it too much. They always force it too much. Like the amount of time the way we were just putting balls in the air for hoping was ridiculous. There was one time too, we had a counter. It was Bruno Ronaldo. I'm thinking, ignore Ronaldo and go by yourself. You know, he passed it to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo was in the wrong position too.
You can't ignore Ronaldo, bro.
Bro, and that's a problem right now too, because there are certain times here where let him make the run and use him as a decoy and take the chance somewhere else, because they're expecting it to go there too. You know, most of the time, when we don't force, look at the goal, for example. The goal was a pass that we didn't force it. You know, we didn't force it. And hey, look, I'm telling you, next game, Fred might have to play left back, you know. Because that guy... That's
one of my topics. We'll get onto that. That's one of my topics.
Left back, you know.
But let me ask you a quick question, yeah, both of you, yeah? Let me ask you a quick question. Now, this might sound mad, but Cavani or Ronaldo up top? Now, hold on. Let me get to my point. Let me land, yeah? So, the reason why I say that is this. When Cavani plays up top for Manchester United, he brings more to me than just a target man. What Cavani does, yeah, is not only he's got a really good touch, he tracks back, he brings guys into game, he makes runs which opens up, sort of creates space. He's got really good link-up play, hold-up play. Like he's playing like a complete forward at his age as well. I'm just like, wait, like it's with Ronaldo always scores. He's a goal scorer. You leave him on, he's gonna bang in goals. But what Cavani does when he's on the pitch, he creates. When he's on the pitch, sort of chances are just created. He's present somehow. I remember when he came on against Villa. Do you know what I mean? He's brought on late. Was it Villa or West Ham? And we got that last minute penalty. Do you know what I mean? That we fluffed. Look, it's just something about Cavani, and obviously it doesn't seem like we can play both of them together because it will have to be a 4-4-2. But that guy, man, we have to work out a way how we use him more and more, because, brother, I'm telling you, he can't be wasted, man. But what's your thoughts on it? CR7 or Cavani up top? Edwin, talk to me.
So basically, the thing is, yeah, it's a good argument, but the way Man United are playing, right, we need Ronaldo up front because it's proved that without him, how many games would we have lost? And if Cavani's chance was the chance we needed to win the game, we wouldn't have won.
Really?
You know the header. You know what I mean?
Cavani, I don't know. Like,
no. That's what I'm saying. If you think that Cavani chance was the chance for us to win the game, we wouldn't have won because he missed it, right? Ronaldo will score, but the thing is, yeah, a good coach will be able to play both of them. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, fair enough. Okay,
4-4-2, like NK and FM, we play it.
It's either that or you might let's be honest, yeah. I want Sancho to do well, but he's not hit the ground running and he's struggling a bit, right? So why not put Ronaldo on the left, let him drift if you want, but you know what I mean? And play Cavani. Like there's no, you know what I mean? Like at one point,
Ronaldo on the left.
No, but listen, that's at one point that's what they were doing today. Remember, they both played today. Ronaldo was sometimes on the left and he would drift central. If that's not the case here, then you play both of them up front and then maybe play Bruno on the left and let him drift. There's a way of playing them both. If not, I would have to go with Ronaldo right now in terms of what I've seen and what has won us games so far. You know what I mean? I can't pick Cavani over him.
Yeah, before I even answer that question, yeah. did anybody know what formation we were playing after all the subs came off? Because I didn't know what formation. I didn't know what formation we were playing.
Okay, do you know what we were playing? Everyone 3-4-all. Do you know when you're in school and everyone wants to be a striker? That's what we were playing. Like everyone was just.
Bro, it was so funny. I didn't know where Bruno was playing. I didn't know where Ronaldo was playing. I didn't know where Cavani was playing. I didn't know where Greenwood was playing.
Pogba,
it was a shambles all over the pitch.
Pogba came off for who? What? We brought on Lingard. We subbed off 2 guys at the same time, right? So we subbed off.
We subbed off Cavani.
Greenwood.
I think Cavani. Sancho and Pogba went off.
Yeah.
For Matic and Cavani.
Yeah, and then
which was. And you know what? With your question about Ronaldo or Cavani, yeah, today Cavani changed the game. Because when we were just down, I think Cavani came on before he went to. When he came on, it was 1-0, correct?
When Cavani came on, it was 1-1. It was 1-1.
It was 1-1.
Cavani came on pretty late, yeah.
Yeah, but you could tell the fans wanted the fans, and today the fans at the stadium they were great. And one thing about it is that when a game becomes very nervy, and today I told you that this game, if the game is 0-0 or so, it's going to be very, very nervy. And you can tell it was very nervy. And when it's very nervy, you need your fans to just make you go on. And we needed Cavani today. There was a ball, yeah, it was gone. Everybody thought it was out of play. Ronaldo left it. Cavani sprinted. Yeah. And not only did he sprint, he actually stopped the ball from going goal kick. And that lifted the whole fans. Everybody was clapping. It just sent every energy. And the minute he started running, yeah, I saw Ronaldo. There was 1 ball, 2. Then Ronaldo started running because if you see him running, you cannot tell me like, oh, he's gonna be pressing and I'm gonna be chilling there. No, you also have to chase. So when he done that, everybody started to kind of like chase any loose balls. They started running. And today from the game, you know, the first half, when we were playing the first half, and I saw how crap Delort was playing today. I mean, he was exposed left, right, and center. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? At that point, I'm thinking to myself, like, Oli did not learn nothing from the cup final that we played. Because if he did, yeah, today he would have played free at the back today. I really thought today he should have played free at the back today. Because with Delort and Telles, yeah, they're not known for their defensive ability. They are not known for that. And when you're going to play Lindelof and Varane, who are playing for the first time together as a centre-back pairing, and then you go, these 2 guys who that defensively are not good too, you are literally creating problems for yourself. I feel like the same thing to do that he would have done today is just go back three.
But if
play,
that doesn't
what
work
do you
out,
call it?
wow, when you've got all that attacking threat on your bench, it's crazy to say you're
No,
going to
but
play
then you
5
do that,
defenders.
and then when you do that today, you are the way Villarreal play, you just know that there was only one way that if they're gonna score, only one way, either from a set speed or hit us on a counter.
Yeah.
But when you play free at the back today, what you're literally saying is, I'm stopping whatever counter they do because I got free at the back there. And then you have Telles and Delo too. They are known for the attacking. Telles, for example, will put in decent crosses, and if he doesn't have to worry too much about his defensive duty, they are going to be providing good balls there. Today, playing for the back there, it nearly backfired. Because first half, Villarreal should have been like 2-3 up.
The fullbacks can't defend, bro. No mid and no fullbacks. It was a myth. They were playing so high up,
Right.
They can't defend and no midfield. It was a disaster, bro.
Right. And it was a problem because you pushed them to go up. And you know, when Matic came on, there was a big difference. Because when Matic came on, you know how Matic always does. He always dropped deep in between the two centre backs. So it felt more like we're playing free at the back because he always sit so deep to clear the ball. Sometimes when all the fullback goes up, he's still there, and it feel like it's a threat at the back. And that's what, when you're gonna ask your fullbacks to push on, you watch Liverpool, for example, Trent and Robinson, they are always attacking because Liverpool's sort of attack is through the fullback. When they do that, Henderson is always sitting, or Fabinho is always sitting. These guys sit. They don't go nowhere because they protect the counter-attack. But we don't do that. You got the fullbacks bumping forward. You got your DM doing box-to-box. And then you just always expose, whether it's Varane and Maguire or Varane and Lindelof. And when you do that, you're going to get exposed. So today, I feel like he should have gone further back. At the weekend, I feel like it's something. If Oli can switch to free at the back this season and find a way to work out the forward players and get the players to be playing positions that they are not comfortable with, but get the best out of them, well, we can do something. But that two at the back with the fullback pushing up, well, we're going to be exposed.
I feel like once Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw's back, I feel like we'll be fine. I just feel like
but we still have the same problem when them guys play anyways. We still have the same problem when them guys play anyway.
I feel like in this game, if we have Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, it would have been less of an issue defensively for us, where we would be worrying about Fred. But let me get on to another thing. You mentioned when we was chatting, Fred, you wanted to say about fullback. Look, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the game played Fred left back. Edwin, I kind of deeped it, and I thought.
But the thing is, Fred's played there a couple of times. You know, it's not his first time. Like, there's been a couple of times last season or the season before, he's played left back and he played all right, because him at left back, he's not as exposed as he is in the centre. He's not.
And this is the thing.
He's got the energy.
That's what I was. So my thing is this, and he whipped in a ball. You know, that he whipped in a ball which led to the goal. Do you know what I mean? He floated it in. But question: can Fred operate and do well as a fullback? Can he do well as a fullback?
No, he cannot. No.
I don't think he can.
No, he cannot.
Just because you played there once for 5 minutes.
Would we prefer to have a Dalot or Telles in fullback position over Fred?
Look, the thing about Fred is, Fred's biggest problem here is his touch, or when they press. If he's gonna play left back here, then United need to stop playing playing out from the back. Just when it's goal kick here, just tell the gear to just put long ball in, man. Because when you play from the back and they give it to Fred here, he's giving that ball away. You know, he's giving that ball away. But you know what? Today, look, I remember when it was 1-1 here, and I said to you, how is Oli gonna change this game? You know, Oli, if Oli was my friend here, bro, I would be going to Oli for lottery numbers, bro, because that guy is one lucky dude, bro. I don't care what anyone says. Today was not a tactical change. It was just let me throw everything I got and hope for the best. And that's what he did, bro. He threw every single sap on the bench and then hope, because this man did not come there with instructions. There was no instructions given.
7 or 11.
There was nothing. Look, he just sent them there. Just go there, just go there and just do whatever. I did not look. Lindegaard was playing wherever he was playing. Cavani was just going anywhere he has space. I think Ronaldo shifted more to the right. Moreno was more playing on the right, but I didn't know whether Greenwood was a right back or a midfielder. I did not know what was going on, but all you just knew is that we were looking for a goal and anything would have worked. And I'm gonna give him credit. I'm gonna give him credit because everybody say he's an individual guy and he knows how to get the best out of individual people too. And today, once again, too, his individual people got him out. Maybe look, as I said, Pep is a guy that played tiki-taka football. Chelsea guy to play further back. Only one is he get the best out of individuals. So hey, that's his
I don't agree. You know what? I feel like he just does it by fluke. Like, think about it. As a manager, why are you throwing?
He's lucky. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but he's not doing it because he's. The thing is, he's not doing it because he's a good tactical manager. Like, even the timing he brings people on is mad. Like, how you gonna wait down? Think about it, yeah.
Anyway, that's what I said. I said he was lucky today.
No. I agree, but he needs to start bringing people like. If Sancho's not playing well, why is Lingard not starting?
Look. So let's get into, because we're running out of time. Let's get into your man of the match, Edwin, and your the guy that you probably thought was the worst performing on the pitch today.
I have to say, right. Like, Ronaldo will obviously get the headlines for scoring. Tellers will get the headlines. But I feel like without De Gea, like, we would have been finished. Like, he made some, like, he actually made some saves that allowed us to win that game. So I feel like he's the best player on the pitch because defensively, no one stood out. Midfield, everyone was all over the place. Up front, apart from Ronaldo's goal, let's be honest, he didn't really have a good game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our wingers didn't really have a good game. Greenwood tried, but it wasn't enough. Sancho looks off the pace. Bruno tried, but, you know, I just feel like I'll give it to David De Gea as the thing. And the right back here, he just had, you know what? He didn't end as bad as he started, but like even the goal that went through, like it was such a lackluster approach to try and intercept the ball. He literally helped the ball on the path to the player. Like,
all right, so NK.
Okay, Delort is my
worst player. Go on, guys. We got to wrap this one. NK, worst perform, nice and snappy, nice and short, please.
Best perform. I know everybody said De Gea. I'm gonna give it to Oli. Oli changed the game. He done the same thing that he done at West Ham. Bro, Matichon. Bro, yeah, bro. Oli changed the game, bro. Oli changed the game. Same thing he done at West Ham. He done the same thing in the game. He brought Matichon, and then guess what? We gotta go. Matic came on. We will have more of the ball.
Stop. Wait, AJ, what? Hey, this is what you're saying.
He needs a ban. Nah.
Hey, bro.
You need to give credit to the manager.
You need to give him a too much ban like Bazaka. I swear that he's not, bro. What?
Nah.
Wait.
Hey,
how
only
is
down with perspective. Only, bro. You have to give credit where credit is due because at that point, yeah, things was going bad, bro. He took off Pogba and Sancho.
Like, comment, subscribe, yeah, and follow me. OT99 Banter.